playing through Rebirth the first time, I gotta say, Rebirth ended up being like one of my favorite games of all time. The pacing, the foreshadowing, the character development, and I haven't seen nearly all of it. So I'm so excited to play through it. I was debating, should I just like jump right into hard mode? But I felt like I didn't really master the combat the first time I played through the game. Nor did I feel like I engaged with the systems as well as I could have if I were going through the side content. Because it was at about the third continent that I stopped doing side content altogether, and the last couple regions, I did nothing. Right? I just gunned it to the end. I still have no idea about any of the stuff in the middle part with that section, so I'm very excited to restart this, take my time, as well as see what it takes to get a platinum trophy in this game. Oh, so awesome. That was so cool.
I'm here on the Midgar Expressway.
And then, shock.
The scene is indescribable. Countless buildings have been... After a briefing with Shinra investigators, Mayor Domino released a statement declaring the tornado to be, quote, weather warfare, perpetrated by the infamous insurgent group known as Avalanche.
Anything to spin a story, eh? Shinra's good at that. There's our stamp that tells us we're in a different world. And I love how the stamp is right next to the menorah white. The destroyed Midgar building. And so this is really interesting, because this is like implying that the singularity at the end is that there was already multiple worlds, right? And that in there being multiple worlds, in the singularity, all those possible worlds came together in a moment where fate was defied and challenged by two opposing forces, right? Which was Genova's will and the will of the planet. And then the third party, which was Cloud. The white feather. That's so cool. It's like Angeal's blessings, Angeal's ideas carrying forward. Man, that hit so hard. Playing with that cello. Give it to me. And this is crazy. They actually never confirmed, as far as I know. Spoilers, by the way. I don't know if they ever touched on this in the rest of the game. Maybe I'm wrong.
Targets have been secured. We are exfilling via helo now.
Excuse me. Could you look after my friend? Just for a bit. Too much Mako. But he'll be fine.
Bye-bye! I love this song that kicks in. The Man with the Buster Sword, it's called. And do you know what I love about this song? If you listen, it has a lot of the same, I don't know the technical term, but a lot of the same nuances that the FF13 soundtrack had. It's very similar to FF13's soundtrack. They're done by the same person, and you get to hear that a lot. And I love that, because Nobuo Uematsu's, Nobuo's more melodic accompaniment works really, really well with this style of less melodic, more ambient music telling. I thought that the Rebirth soundtrack was like the best. This is great cinematography. You get to like look out at the world over here a little bit, which makes you curious about like greater Midgar, because we're technically like right outside the city right now, right? Just outside the limits. However, you look right here, ooh, that is the thing that Cloud killed on the highway. Crazy. Now, whether or not this is the exact one that Cloud killed, or if this is just the one that Cloud would have fought in this timeline, we don't know.
He's got a Buster Sword! Terrorist! Next! Go!
There we go.
All right, think.
Oh, I love this! This is so good. My guy just picks that up and whips it. Zack is nothing if not resourceful. This is very clearly mirroring the scene at the end of Disc 1.
All of it.
Aerith plays.
But I'm back now, Aerith. I'm back.
Her materia drops. His interactions are so good here. Like, really, really good. Cody Christensen, he just nails this.
Hey, rein it in.
Sorry. No can do.
Kids. Really?
Finally make first, and what do? Call a ceasefire with Wu Tai. Stealing my shot at glory.
I feel like
I
Cloud.
didn't join Soldier to be an errand boy. I joined up so I could be a hero, like you.
Well, our mission is to survey a rundown reactor. Another one of those Turks gigs.
Got some fiends at our 12!
This is so great. Like, just the cinematography of it. Sephiroth acting like a human is really weird after everything we saw in Remake. Cloud acting so childlike and joyful is also very weird. It's like, okay, what happened to you, right? Where's the trauma? It builds intrigue so much. And makes you realize, like, how many questions we were actually left with in Remake regarding Cloud's story if you weren't familiar with OG FF7. Oh, it's time. Oh. And let's see. Oh, I can't use A moves apparently. Oh, he's gonna pull a Hell's Gate on him. That was cool.
He was in a different league from the rest of us.
That was such a cool use of One Winged Angel right there. Right? This very... I don't know if it's correct. I'm not very good at music theory, but like this major key, this heroic vibe that he has, so good.
Right?
Yeah. It all started in the fall. Something was wrong with the reactor, and the whole village was up in arms. Talk of strange new monsters on the mountain only made things worse.
I have no home, so I wouldn't know.
You still got parents, though, right?
A mother named Genova. She died shortly after I was born.
Oh, okay, I can't help but feel like Sephiroth is bonding with Cloud here in a way as a sort of memory of his times with the first soldier class, or sorry, with the first soldier team and Rosen, right? I just had this moment where when you look at Cloud, he kind of looks like Rosen, just a little bit. And you saw that glimpse of camaraderie, of of happiness in Sephiroth's eyes, which seems to be a recall of the times when he actually got to be out in the field with his compatriots instead of stuck in Shinra's labs.
My father.
Whoa there! The Nova? Like from the Shinra building?
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm getting to that.
Why am I talking about this? Come on, let's go.
Sephiroth even acknowledging, he's like, this isn't usual for me. It's just something's been stirred in me.
I wanted to greet you myself, to welcome you to our humble little town. Please, if you'll follow me.
Consider yourself off duty till sundown.
Sir! Aw, look at that. Oh, it's like a little soldier. Oh, that's cool. I'm so glad they added phono mode in this game, man. Like, honestly, this game deserves to be just looked at and adored. Let's see if I can play anything on the piano.
Did you actually play it?
Went to town. It was really cool. If you played the demo of this game, they actually had sheet music here that you could go and play Tifa's theme choreographed.
Well, shit. You're a merc of many talents.
Hey, what's Midgar like?
I could tell you, certainly.
Now I can go back to hanging my laundry outside without worrying about a monster stealing it.
So she's just like counting. Let's just see if there's anything interesting in here. Ooh, what's this? That looks like it could be interesting. A study on Mako and human physiology. That is interesting. Super interesting.
I must say, you look dashing in that uniform.
You're so cool. You're so cool.
Oh, I love the kids. The kids are so great. It's also hilarious to think of like Cloud telling some of these stories too.
You worked out with everyone?
Yeah, I did. Oh, stretch Cloud. I think Cloud could keep up.
Betray a weak mind. Takes me back.
Not really.
You know, there's all kinds of temptations in the big city.
Do you know what's so funny about that? Is like women are, he's literally swimming in women this whole game. Like there's not one moment where he doesn't have a beautiful woman vying for his attention.
And tell you when you're being a silly goose.
Cloud, you
That's
silly
the perfect
goose.
type for you, I'd say.
I love how she just described Aerith.
Aren't they? Oh, Cloud. But you know, Cloud. Wouldn't you agree, Cloud? You're my son. Of course, I'll always be.
Okay, that's enough.
That's cool. Ooh. Look at this distinguished gentleman.
Richard Zangan, a humble traveler of the world, and teacher of martial arts to the youth.
I love this voice actor. He's really good.
Well toned, but lacking mass. You need to bulk up.
I still remember the scene from Traces of Two Past where Tifa meets up with him, and he does the exact same thing. He starts like grabbing at her waist and feeling her muscles and squeezing them, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, this is a child trafficker. I'm about to be trafficked." It's priceless.
You could learn a lot from me.
Pass.
Don't be shy. I have many pupils.
Come on, Cloud. Be learnable.
At last,
Teachable.
Big day tomorrow. We'll be leaving bright and early. You should get some rest.
All right, will do.
This is such a weird song emotionally. Like, it gives you the sense that something's off.
Night.
With the in the back, right?
I tried, but I couldn't get to sleep that night. Was too excited, too nervous.
Was pretty much the same for me. Why?
Yeah, I was surprised too.
Ryan Lockhart.
Take you up the mountain. My daughter isn't.
Dad!
Look at that vest tassel.
Tifa, you can still back out. You don't have to do this.
I'm going, and that's that. There'll be 2 soldiers with me. I'll be fine.
Okay, calm down, sassy teenager.
Good morning, sir. I'll be your guide for the day.
Tifa? You're our guide?
This song is so
sure am.
good.
You can ask anyone around here. I'm the best there is.
You could get hurt.
Not if you remember to do your job, she won't. Come on.
For posterity, sir?
Not today.
Can you talk to him?
Please, Sephiroth. It'd mean a lot to us.
It's just one photo. Come on, where's the harm in that?
See, and Sephiroth does it because he asked, right? It's like he reminds him of all these wonderful experiences which make him want to lean more into humans, more into relationship.
I guess we were. For a while.
That's cool. I never saw that. The do not enter sign.
The reactor was halfway up Mount Nibel. I was looking forward to breathing that crisp, clean mountain air again.
Man, this next section brings tears to my eyes. I can't even describe to you how good the next sequence is. Okay. We are back, and we can now start with what is quite possibly the greatest sequence. The mansion. And I assume we'll soon get told, stop going that way. I love this music too. Oh, and I love the credits coming up as you go up Mount Nibel. That's so cinematic. Naoki Hamaguchi. My man Naoki did so good. I really enjoyed him.
But our reactor's the first of its kind. It really put Mount Nibel on the map.
I've seen a few reactors in my time. But none with such a breathtaking view.
Yeah.
Everyone, eventually.
Man, I wish I could go on trips all over the world like you guys.
Trips. I think you mean business trips, which are no fun at all.
Though you do learn stuff on them.
That's so cool.
Boom. Love this combat.
Try this.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
That was awesome.
You think?
If this is how it's going to be, there doesn't seem much point in me fighting.
I guess not. You leave it all to me, huh?
My man Sephiroth being the biggest wingman he possibly could here.
Don't mind if I do.
He's like, oh, I'm a war hero. Should I make sure that you absolutely look wonderful?
This way. Gotta make a detour through a Shinra facility.
To think I our guide. If we considered. Otherwise, you'd have led us straight off a cliff.
Ha ha ha.
Yes.
You're hilarious, Sephiroth.
The reactor may have been around for a while, but there are still pockets of Mako gas all over the mountain. Try
Yeah,
not to breathe
that
them
makes
in if
sense.
you can.
Don't want to get Mako poisoning.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with my first analysis and say Shinra was just super negligent. Which fits their character.
Mako gas levels reduced by 20%.
I'm okay with that. Oh, we're going out the back way. It's the fancy elevator. Ooh, we are approaching the summit. I love how long they made this climb. Like, as I was climbing this mountain, I was like, holy crap. This game's gonna be huge. It has to be. Because the scale of this is too massive for the rest of the game to not match up. This is a prologue. It has to set the tone that's maintainable throughout the game, right? And man, you know what this means? This means that we didn't have to drive. Cheap Shinra, I tell ya. I love how it.
About crossing that thing.
Yeah.
Let me go first.
Hey, I'm the guide here.
I love how they stop all the music here. It's really dramatic. That's crazy.
Tifa, are you okay?
Not really.
Like, what are the chances that the lightning would strike the bridge?
What are you?
Sephiroth's so cool here. He's like, watch this. So you guys are gonna fall. Everyone's gonna fall. I'll go down and save you. It's pretty fast. Yeah, no normal human could stand like that. That's crazy. I mean, maybe someone could, but that takes so much strength and finesse. Of course, Cloud does have that same strength and finesse. That must be hard. Guntra. The Guntra River Basin. Lots of Norse language and symbolism in this game, I noticed. I know that MJ Gallagher wrote a book on that. I really want to read it. I own it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Do you know the way?
Maybe I'll have to read it for this series so I can bring in some extra
Following the river should
lore
get us back to
from
the
what
village.
MJ Gallagher
We're not
adds.
going to the village. Can you get us to the reactor?
Sorry, I don't think I can.
I think I said it in my previous playthrough of this game, but that blue bar there, right where it comes up and says Sephiroth, so clean. I love it. The party in, party bar. Doesn't happen very often, but it's beautiful. I will definitely sit there. Let's grab the materia. Nice. That one looks massive. Is it just me? Or is that one absolutely massive compared to the rest of them? Are we about to face, like, a boss chimera? Maybe not.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Pitiful. Come now. So long. Pitiful. You're nothing.
Kaboom! I love the fact that we can use Hell's Gate is crazy. Like, it actually feels wild. It feels wrong to use Hell's Gate. I love this. This tree is so iconic and so beautiful. It's almost like, it feels like a Yggdrasil, right? Like a tree of life type.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but if we keep using Mako to power our homes, springs like this will disappear, right?
What are you talking about? Who told you that?
My dad.
It's like, quit with your voodoo, mumbo, mumbo, jumbo, BS, Tifa. I don't want any of your pixie
mayor,
dust
if you must
politics.
Except the planet's huge. Mako will never run out, right?
How did you ever get to be a soldier? To put it simply,
I aspire to be Cloud.
knowledge
Just
of the
have things like
ancients sealed within
run
each
off
one.
you.
That knowledge not only connects us to the planet,
Like rain
it
off
allows
wax.
us to tap into her power. That's how we can use magic. Or so they say.
Really? Magic sure is weird.
I know someone who'd be livid to hear you call it weird, or magic for that matter. I can just imagine what he'd say. It's an affront to science.
Who?
Hojo, from Research and Development. His predecessor was a great man, but him... he is anything but.
I love Sephiroth for that, man. Like, Sephiroth even knows. Hi, pups. You coming to say hello? Come and chill out. Say hi to the stream. This is Lushu. Hi, buddy. Yeah, agreed. Thanks. Thanks. There's a lot of love. You should hear how much this music is slapping Lushu. It is so good. It is so good. I love how the music here really feel like it's so fitting. We're climbing, and so it has this like tense, you're kind of in danger, but you're kind of an adventure. It's heroic, but it's tense. It also has this very like it keeps on climbing. It's like it's ramping you up to the top of this mountain. I love it. Although I do think I went backwards, which sucks.
A few minutes later.
See, and actually, if you look here, this sort of, kind of, also leans into that tree of life idea that I was just talking about that's represented by the Mako crystal. And this exact same crystal, or sorry, tree, will later be seen in a lot of other ancient-looking architecture. So, cool stuff there that I love. Yeah, this mountain feels wonderful to climb. The context-sensitive button's pretty good. I'm having no issues with it in the game. I know a lot of people said that it works pretty well, but that they hope that there will be a firm jump button in the third game, which makes a lot of sense. I love how blue this ocean is. I could literally look at this color of blue all day. Like it's makes me feel deeply. You know what I mean? Like you feel it. It's so it's a visceral type of blue.
Heads up.
If it's a fight you want, I got your back.
Oops. Messed that one up. Zanshin will definitely take care of him. Perfect.
Farewell.
Piece of cake.
422 gil is actually really good. It's really good. So down here we got a materia. Let's go see what that is. I have a feeling it's magnify, seeing that it's a blue materia. Yes.
Not again.
Oh, whoa. You can really feel 60 frames per second in this game. This is crazy.
Stand back. Show them what we can do.
Oh.
Stand back.
Perfect.
Let's finish this. It's all you. Well,
perfect.
That's that.
Precision defense. What was precision defense again? I do not remember. Improves the functionality of blocking with perfect timing. Those are some pretty good 3-star abilities. Let's use it. It seems really useful. Oh, let's do this, little bug! Let's do this!
Yes.
Kappa!
Let's hurry.
Isn't it gross how that he stabs it so hard it goes into the ground? It's rough. You do have a little bit better control with this. I wonder if playing the game in 60 frames per second would make the piano game harder or easier. Because I know that, like, as soon as I turned on game mode on my TV, the piano game went from absolutely unplayable to really good and actually not too terribly hard. Guys, do you hear that music? The cello player is awesome. Sephiroth's like, Cloud, are you hearing the orchestra in your head again?
Huh?
What?
Get back.
This way.
You said you wanted to be a hero.
Wish I hadn't. I love this line. Oh, so good.
We're after materia.
Someone should tell it we're not.
Be my guest. On me.
I love this moment.
Done.
Sephiroth.
You're gonna need my help. We need to work together. On me.
Yes,
Let's see
sir.
if this works.
Sephiroth. Blades. ASAP.
Oh, that was not good at all.
Steady.
Yep.
Yes.
I got this. Sephiroth.
Nice.
Got ya.
Oh. Oh, yeah, buddy.
Take it from here.
I love that. He lets him have the last blow. Sephiroth is just like... They really went above and beyond with this beginning section with him. He's so good.
Nice work.
Tell me something that'll really make my blood boil.
You make me mad at him.
Oh, I will. I will.
Oh, that was such a well-delivered line. And Cloud turning away and looking out at the moon, reflecting on what's about to happen. Because that was a clear high point for them, right? It was a really cool, like, oh, I got to work with the hero Sephiroth, and we fought together, and we were this perfect partnership, and we got to do the super cool move together.
Sorry, no civilians. Even if we weren't on a mission.
Come on!
Keep the young lady safe.
Carry on.
I'm curious what the character model for that soldier looks like under there. Whoa, that was a shift in music. That was uncomfortable. That doesn't feel good at all. This is a cool version, much slower. And it has a... This one doesn't feel off. This one just feels weighty, climactic. Like, it's setting like a sacred space for us to slow down and feel the moment. That really subtle piano in the back emphasizes that. The green lighting, the blue lighting. The colors are so bloody good.
Perhaps you'd like to say a few words to your sword first?
Such a great line. And weird. It's a weird line as well, the more you think about it. Because I don't think we ever see Cloud talk to the Buster Sword at all throughout Remake.
Hojo, you are really something.
That was cool, because it was like, they were like, as if they were the enemy. And then, like, as soon as Sephiroth cut them down, it's like, whoosh. No, they're not the enemy. Sephiroth looking upwards there. It reminds me of that shot from Remake, where he's looking up at the edge of creation, at all those planets.
The malfunction must be forcing the pods to depressurize.
Makes sense.
Cloud, go out and shut off the valve.
Copy.
I'm on it, Sir Sephiroth. I love how graceful he does that. It really demonstrates a lot about who Sephiroth
These
is.
pods were built for the production of artificial materia. But Hojo repurposed them as incubators, cages for animals, infused with Mako, all to birth a new breed of monster. Am I the same as these monsters?
Sephiroth.
Ever since I was a child, I knew that I was different, that I was special, but not like this.
I feel so bad for Sephiroth. Sephiroth had so many reasons to go crazy, to snap, to lash out and take revenge.
Am I even human?
Right, because while he is evil, Shinra's the one who created the
Eventually,
environment which
we went back to the inn.
Sephiroth could be created in.
But when we got there, Sephiroth locked himself in his room.
This shot stopped me dead in my bloody tracks the first time I played it. Mr. Vincent, Monsieur Vincent, open up.
Excavated from a 2,000-year-old rock layer, a life form in stasis. Professor Gast named this life form Genova. MEGL 77-1977. Genova. Verified as an ancient.
How did they verify that? Like DNA testing, maybe?
1977.
Oh, probably by taking the DNA of Ifalna and then cross-examining it.
So, they named the life form Genova. And once they understood what she was, they grew ambitious.
Hey, Sephiroth. What you got there?
Leave me be.
A locked reactor door. The name of Sephiroth's mother. And ancients. Ah, screw it. Racking my brain's not gonna get me anywhere. May as well just ask the guy.
The Genova project was approved soon after. A bold initiative to resurrect the long-dead ancients. An initiative that resulted in my conception. Or rather, my creation.
Oh, I love how he says
the
that.
Crowning glory of Professor Gast's wondrous experiment.
He created you?
He saw Hojo. Oh, I think he actually did get it. I think he just... Yeah.
I should go. Mother is waiting.
That was so good. The flash of Genova's face.
Hey! Hey, hold on!
That also shows just like how crazy powerful he is. He just like grabbed Cloud and just like... whoo!
I keep asking myself, why couldn't I have come to sooner? If I had, maybe I could have saved the village. Or tried, at least. What?
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, there's so many emotions that Cloud must be going through. Because at first he's like, I trust Sephiroth. And then I go down there. And Sephiroth not only is giving me this uneasy feeling, he hurt me, right? Then he comes out and he sees like, oh, the town's on fire. What happened? And he's like, could my hero have done this? Could Sephiroth have done this? What's going on? I love how he's so trusting of us. Because theoretically, he knows that Sephiroth caused this fire. That's in theory, right? Maybe he has no idea. Maybe he just thinks it had some random cause in the village.
Let me through! My son's still in there!
I'm sorry. He's gone.
Mom.
That's so hard. Yeah, I know you got a limp, Cloud, but you gotta run still, buddy.
Oh, it was him, all right. And he's still here. So keep your eyes peeled. God. Get your head straight. I need you to secure the way out. Now!
Yes, sir!
Sephiroth? Why would he...
And this is where he's like... Like, he's going through so much right now. There's nothing that he can... Like, I can't even imagine trying to process this. And then the screams of everyone and just the chaos and the hurt and the fear. The smell of the smoke. The heat of the fire on his face. The confusion. And then that feeling of betrayal.
Is this... Am I gonna... die?
Hold on, Mom.
I'm coming. And having Cloud hurt and having to walk so slowly really emphasizes just like this sense of terror and helplessness. And I really like that they focus less on giving you a fun experience here or a quick and snappy experience, and rather focused on the experience of the slowness, of the hurt, of leaning into these things, which can be kind of annoying, to lean into the fact of just how hard this is. And how helpless you are. And there, it's like the symbol of his promise to protect Tifa just fell, crashed, and burned in front of him as well.
Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
Oh man, and I just remembered. We know that she just doesn't die in the fire, like she gets impaled by Sephiroth.
Hang in there! You're gonna be okay!
Sephiroth's so twisted. After seeing this scene and feeling all the emotions of this scene, going back to Chapter 2 of Remake is devastating. And Sephiroth's just like... It's like he's in a trance.
Murderer! You monster!
It's not death. It's a homecoming. Oh man, this really makes me want to go play Ever Crisis. I want to go play Chapter 7 and 8 of First Soldier. Ooh. He's like an animal that's lashing out whenever he sees movement. Oh, this scene's so frickin' devastating. Oh, cuts his legs. Yeah. So many emotions in his face. That strength that Sephiroth has and the sharpness of his blade is terrifying. It takes, this is incredibly morbid, but it takes an enormous amount of force and strength to cut through all the muscles and ligaments in a neck. And it's much more of a sawing and cutting motion than a slice. So the unreal destructive power that showed, on top of his utter visceral disassociation from life, which is making him this way, is because it's not just that he's disassociated, it's that he is fully inspired, fully indwelt by this alien evil that's not him. That's like Sephiroth is now 1,000 miles away. And he burns his world down.
I followed Sephiroth all the way back to the reactor.
Dad and I had gone there to hide. When Sephiroth showed up, Dad decided that he was going to confront him. Dad.
She's in denial.
It was Sephiroth, wasn't it? He did this, didn't he?
Anger.
Sephiroth. Soldiers. Mako. Shinra. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this.
Sadness. / grief.
Mother, I have come for you. Now open the way for me.
You murdered my dad. You burned my village.
Oh, the sound of that leather wrapping around the sword is so good. Oh. Ugh.
promised you'd save me if I was ever trapped or in trouble.
Seeing the things that he loves most taken from him is what gives him this strength to confront Sephiroth.
Together we will reclaim our world. And I know exactly how we can do that. The Promised Land.
Sephiroth!
See, and I love that thing.
They have come again.
I said this in my last playthrough, but this thing confused me for the longest time. Like this robot-looking winged creature, right? Like, what the heck is this? But when you look at it, outside of this is like multi-tiers of like little bees, let's say, and the mother or the queen is up top, and each of these little pods are their own individual eggs, right? Now, I have no idea if this is accurate, just beehive came to be. But the little pods represent little eggs that are being fed the life of the mother, fed the life of Jenova, right? Now, this should already make a strong parallel between Jenova, who feeds life into her children, and Gaia, right? Or we know her kind of the goddess, Minerva, right, in Crisis Core. That Gaia is the one who feeds life into creatures. It's from the life stream that life emerges. So we already see that Jenova is in some way pictured as a new life stream, sort of. But this really drives home the idea that Jenova is this replacement goddess, this winged goddess which gives life to all. It really shows how Shinra viewed Jenova. It's really fascinating. And I also love the symbolism of the winged mother giving her life through this creature, and then that being torn apart and thrown aside, because now the life of the mother Jenova would come through this winged creature, through this winged creation, Sephiroth.
The ones who robbed you of the planet. Your planet. But there's no need to be sad, Mother. Because I'm here for you. Now and forever.
You killed my mom. You killed Tifa. My village. My home.
I just thought of something. Sorry for pausing. So, Jenova. I've been playing with this idea that maybe Jenova took over one of the ancients and used her as a host. Because as you can see, Jenova, the creature that we saw earlier with a skeleton-looking face, and the Jenova that we fought all the way back in the Shinra building back in Remake, that Jenova is very clearly alien-looking. This Jenova looks like a beautiful blonde woman, right? Why? Right? Now, there's a couple possibilities here, but one thing that Sephiroth tells us in this game, which we'll get to in, I think it's chapter 5 or 6, somewhere in there, he says that Jenova can take the form of those you love, those you hate, and utilize their forms against you. What if Jenova is here taking the form of a mother goddess to not only trick Shinra, but to also provide that need that she sees in Sephiroth for a motherly figure, for a compassionate, nurturing, caring presence in his life, right? And so you kind of see both of these come into play with Genova's form. On the other hand, Genova could quite literally have taken over an ancient host, just like she did Sephiroth, right? So we could have another Sephiroth result in the past with a female Cetra. It's possible.
They were mine by right. This planet too, for I have been chosen.
I believed in you. No. Not you! Whoever the hell you are!
Oh, that look. The Edge of Creation face-off. Ooh. And it's like Genova's peering out a cloud. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
And that's the last thing I remember. The rest is a blank.
The hell it is? What happened?
Bear's like, no, you can't do that.
I remember watching it with my mom. They said he went missing during a training exercise. But then, the story changed. A couple days later, they started reporting that he was killed in action. Yeah, that was it.
The news outlets are nothing but Shinra mouthpieces spewing propaganda. Only dumbasses believe that shit.
Question. Does that make me a dumbass?
I didn't say that. What I meant was, screw Shinra for manipulating honest folks.
Honestly.
It doesn't matter what they said back then. Sephiroth was in Midgar. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
Don't know about alive so much as around?
But
That's a great line by Aerith. Not so much alive, but around.
after 5 years, doing who knows what.
Because he wants to finish what he started. He wants to reclaim his birthright and rule over the planet with Genova at his side.
After 5 years? Not to sound like a broken record, but it's really bothering me.
Which makes sense, because both Cloud and Sephiroth disappear for 5 years completely, and then both show up at the same time.
Excuse me. Guess the travel or something really did a number on my back. Feels as stiff as a board.
Well, we did walk for a good 8 to 10 hours from Midgar, so...
You weren't kidding, were you? Let's get you back to the room.
Yeah, let's just call it a night. No amount of guesswork will get us any closer to the truth, so how about we give our heads a rest? Oh no, bed's mine.
Sweet dreams.
See you tomorrow. Hey, Aerith? You awake?
Barely. Why?
Was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
Just had a feeling you'd know.
Probably did at one point. All that stuff was taken from me, though. Or maybe erased?
By whispers?
Yeah.
It's really cool that they tell us that.
Maybe that's why.
Which they kind of did in the last game.
Why what?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
That is crazy. So she confides in Aerith about that and her kind of her doubts about Cloud's story. And we actually got glimpses of this back in Remake, like back when he's like, it has been 5 years, and she's like, what? I haven't seen you in she doesn't say this, but she's like, I haven't seen you in 7 years.
Sorry.
What's up, Tifa?
Did I wake you?
Nah.
Nope. What's going on?
Oh, it's nothing, really. There's just something I need to ask you. So, can we talk?
Sure.
Great. But not here.
Okay.
Follow me.
You know that I killed her. So, who is she? Or rather, what is she?
That's so crazy. Because we start seeing Sephiroth, and in the last game, we kind of finally get, at the very, very end of Remake, we get the Sephiroth that has been around us all the time, has actually been these robed men that he's acting through, which is where Aerith says, well, he's not alive, but he's around. It's like he's manifesting through these black-robed ex-soldiers. Our man Broden here is an ex-soldier. And so because Sephiroth was seen there, then here, it kind of implies that Sephiroth was manifesting through Broden, but that Tifa wouldn't have seen anything but Broden coming and talking to me. Whereas Jenova would have edited Cloud's mind to see whatever she wants him to see, particularly intimidating, flashing around Cloud, right? Frick, man, this city. I think this is the only time you can see it at night, but man, this city looks perfect. They nailed not just PS1 Final Fantasy, but they also nailed the heart of all medieval fantasy in Calm, and I love it.
Anyway.
There's something I need to ask you too.
Shoot.
Long day?
5 years ago, at the reactor, I saw you lying there. Saw your wound and all the blood. I figured it was too late.
Yeah? Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter? Can't believe I'm having this conversation with you, but here we are. Here, look. My scar. That proof enough? After you left, Zangan found me. He's the one who brought me to the clinic. He risked his life carrying me out of the reactor, and down the river. Wasn't just him, though. There's the doctor who operated on me all night, and the nurses who looked after me for days on end. I'm here now because they were there for me then. And where were you again?
Who?
In fact, where have you been this whole time? For 5 years.
Did you see that? His pupils were like...
You know I can't tell
They did what Sephiroth did.
Of course you can't. Sorry, I just need some space.
Does she know that he has amnesia or something? Like, why can't he tell her? He says, you know I can't, but as far as I know, there's no reason why he can't tell her about what's happened for the last 5 years. Unless, of course, which I might have to go back and watch the Ever Crisis scene, unless, of course, she starts asking questions and he doesn't quite remember who he is.
I thought we could just pick up where we left off, like nothing had changed. But I guess I was wrong.
You don't gotta be like that, Tifa.
Guess so.
I was so happy to see you again, but maybe I shouldn't have been.
Tifa. Come on. That's unnecessary. You nailed it, Cloud. You bloody frickin' nailed it. Good job.
You two fight?
No.
We have enough problems as it is. Copy?
Copy.
Night.
Tomorrow is another day.